This Fleet Equipment Unscripted interview is presented by Hendrickson, a leading manufacturer of heavy-duty suspension systems and components to the global commercial transportation industry. Visit hendrickson-intl.com to learn more.
Hey everyone, Jason Morgan, editor of Fleet Equipment. Welcome to Fleet Equipment Unscripted. Wanted to set the stage for the interview I have for you today. At the TMC Fall Meeting last month, Rob Phillips was a man on a mission. Right at the beginning of his press conference for Phillips Connect, he kicked off about what a smart trailer is, where there's lots of talk about smart trailers, bringing telematics into the trailer space, working with suppliers, and what is the intelligence portion of that, right? What makes a smart trailer a smart trailer? And his thoughts go beyond just locating the trailer, right? After that press conference, I knew I had to catch up with him. I caught him at the booth, cornered him with one of my cameras, and I had him tell me more about his vision for what a smart trailer is and where Phillips Connect fits in with that. So here is that interview. Rob Phillips, President, CEO of Phillips Connect at the TMC Fall Meeting last month.
Talking trailer telematics on the heels of your press conference, really hammering home that it's beyond tracking. It's going beyond tracking. Fleets need to start thinking about it beyond tracking.
For sure.
There's a lot going on there, though. First off, is that message resonating? As fleets walk by here and you're talking with customers, are they catching on to that? And what are the big things they're kind of latching on there?
So a year ago, we were hearing a lot of, we don't need all those sensors. We just need to know where our trailers are at. The message is getting out there. I think you've done a great job. I think the industry, as far as all the magazines, are doing a really good job of promoting smart trailers, but smart trailers are so much more than just tracking. In fact, I don't consider tracking, knowing where our trailers are at doesn't make them smart.
Right.
It's all that goes along with it. Brakes, lights, door sensors,
right.
Tire sensors is a huge one. So we're bringing everything in, and we're working with Hendrickson, Continental,
right.
all the best suppliers in the industry. We're taking their technology, we're putting it into ours. It's all about how do we pipe as many different languages, if you will, whether it's Bluetooth, whether it's Wi-Fi, RS-232 CAN bus.
Right.
Our systems will bring all those different languages in to a single platform, and that's what we get excited about. That's what makes a smart trailer. It's so much more than just tracking and putting a cargo sensor in and saying that's smart.
Right.
So I feel like the industry is we're making some big headway here. We're getting that message out, and we're seeing, I think we're beyond that tipping point. We're building a lot of units right now. We're installing a lot, and I feel that the more we do, the more it's taking off. So
right. How is that integration with suppliers and their solutions going? I mean, you've been a good proponent of open platforms since you announced. You mentioned Hendrickson. They have some really cool wheel end telematics technology, but they want a provider to be able to go through and deliver that information to the fleet as well, and just really focus on their products too. How is that going behind the scenes working with suppliers?
So the integrations are always fleet-led. So we work with a lot of fleets that like what we're doing. They'll come back and say, hey, we've got an issue with this. We're not happy with this tire pressure monitoring system. But we've talked to Hendrickson, for example, and we like what they're doing. So that's usually where this all starts, but then once we get our engineering teams, our software and our firmware teams working with one another, it happens fast.
Right.
And so we're starting to do a lot more of these integrations. The other part is with the ELD suppliers, like eRoad, like Geotab. We're now working to get that message. We're not working, we've already done it. We're getting that message right back to the in-cab, which is a huge benefit.
Right.
Now it becomes really easy. You're not putting another piece of hardware. You're not requiring the driver to download an app for all these suppliers. Everything goes through the same platform, which is really, really great. So we're doing a lot more of those integrations right now as well.
Right. Well, and so I just full disclosure, I did just talk to eRoad as well. They mentioned you as a partner.
Oh yeah.
And so, I mean, even going beyond your point that it goes beyond tracking and into other equipment intelligence there, what does it mean when a fleet can see their asset, the tractor and trailer, together? Like, what kind of visibility does that bring in terms of their operation?
So much power. So first off, the way things have been, it's been a really intelligent truck that's pulling a really unintelligent trailer.
Yep.
It's a box on wheels. Sometimes you know where that box is, sometimes you don't. The reality is that there's a thing called driver shortage, which is plaguing our industry.
Right.
And drivers, a lot of reasons why drivers leave is because they get paid by the mile,
Right.
and if that trailer is stopped because it's got all kinds of issues, if they're getting CSA violations, getting points,
Right.
the drivers are leaving. They're not happy with it. So it's
Right.
not just about getting a fancy truck with a really nice, comfortable seat. You got to have all the equipment. So we're giving the fleet the ability now to see the entire, what that truck to the, really front bumper to back bumper
Right.
of the entire, looking at his entire ecosystem now. They can get full visibility, and that allows them to be much more predictive. Not, if there's an issue, they know about it right away, and they've got time to get repaired before it becomes a big problem.
Right.
Our remote pre-check product will tell you at nighttime, in 2 a.m.
Right,
in the
okay.
morning, everything, all the lights in your entire fleet across the country, all the lights go on, all your tires get tested, your
Right.
brakes get tested. And if there's a problem, you're going to know about it
Right.
before the drivers ever get it. When dispatch goes to start assigning, that one's going to be a red tag. It's never going to be sent out.
Right.
So-
Right. Well, and being able to bring in some intelligence from the suppliers too that are pros on their components,
Yeah.
right? Working with them and bring that in.
For sure.
And you mentioned the downtime and the driver shortage. Drivers and fleets don't care what's the problem is. If a load is down, a load is down.
Right,
And so looking at it holistically makes a ton of sense.
It does. The idea is never send a bad piece of equipment out or a piece of equipment that's going to become bad between here and their next stop.
Right, for sure.
So-
Rob, always good talking to you. I appreciate you taking the time.
Likewise. Thanks, Jason.